Okay, one more. One more. Another scripture that comes to mind that backs our topic. He said, I can do all things through Christ that who strengthens me. What does he do? He strengthens you. Now, if we had to talk about the noun, pronoun, subject, verb, and all that stuff, point of contacts, the whole thing is here, what does he does? He strengthens you. I can do all things. Why? Because he gives you the strength to, not the ability to. Oh, wow, that's pretty. You already have the ability. If the desire there and you go learn it, you have the ability. As long as you can move your arms, you can move your legs, you have the ability. But sometimes you get tired. Sometimes you get discouraged. So when he said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, he gives you strength. He gives you encouragement. He actually don't move your arms and your legs because what? That's Adam. You learn how to move your arm and your legs doing Adam. You learn how to breathe doing Adam. That's that same foundation. You learn how to think or acceptable to understanding and knowledge through Adam. Adam understood. That's why he received from Eve. He understood. He had the capability of understanding, and he learned. And that was his downfall. And that's what God tells us today. Yes, you do have the capability of learning and understanding on your own. But in times in life, you will be discouraged. Situations will come and it will blind you. Discouragement blinds you. He has to come in and give you strength, not skills. He doesn't come in and give you the ability because you should already have them. And I believe that's the problem because we're waiting on God to give us skills. We're waiting on God to give us ability. And God is saying, okay, you don't know what you want to be in life. Now, is that a handicap? I mean, I'm 44 years old and I don't know what I want to do. You know why most people that age don't know what they want to do in the church? Because they're waiting on God to give it to them. They kind of get lazy. You know what? Sometimes being in the church makes us spiritually lazy, naturally lazy. We're naturally lazy. We don't want to think for ourselves. We don't want to do for ourselves. We don't want to become creative because it's there. When we allow our eyes to be open and we see, what can I do with what I see? Come on, because we need that energy right now. Sometimes we need that strength. When I look out in the world and I say, there's a plant. What can I do with that plant? I want to do something. You have the zeal to do it. You have the excitement to do it. But sometimes the strength leaves you. That's the only reason you shouldn't be able to get up. Because the skills, the potential, oh wow, all that comes from you, your abilities. That's you. You have to go out and get it. The Bible says faith without works is dead. It's telling you, you got to get up and move the body that you have. You got to get up and trigger the mind that you have. You got to have your desire triggered. Oh my God. And a lot of times he'll come in, that's that strength. He'll come in and trigger that desire, but you have to have the goal. When he has to work with you on what you want, that takes longer. You don't know what you want to do. It's like being a child, y'all. And you go into the military. This is my best example. Young folks go into the military and then they go in for one thing, and sometimes they spend 3 or 4 years and say, well, I don't want the military, you know. Uncle Sam will spend all that money on them going to school, and they get out the military and they'll never go to work in the field. You're not working at all that education, 4 years, and you say that's not what I wanted. You didn't like it, right? What happened? There was no motivation. No, I don't like that. It's like a food to you. I don't like that. How do you find out what you like without going 4 years and figure out you don't like it? How do you go through life and say, okay, I want to be this. I want to do this. And then it gets hard for you. That's what it is for most people. You know, it's the energy level. It's the motivation level. I want to be this so bad. And you know that's what you want to be, because here's another thing. Sometimes you want to be what others like the most. Oh, I want to be what's going to give me the most glory. My mama said this is what I needed to be. And be careful with mamas in the church, because sometimes they try to leave you being a preacher. And you need to be more than the preacher, because that's where joy come in at. If you're running, God can use you more running, operating, functioning than he can not functioning. If you're moving, all he'll do is put a rein on you and guide you. Oh my God, because you already know what you want. But he'll show you how to get there the best way. That's what wisdom does. Because sometimes you don't have wisdom, you just have knowledge. You just have understanding, but you lack in wisdom. And so what he does is he put a rein around a moving horse and said, let's go. Because we're already moving. And then he has to deal with these lazy horses and say, oh man, you don't know. First of all, he can't even give up. I'm going to put him on his 4 legs. Now I put him on his leg and we start trotting. And you got to, okay, we stop because, why is the horse tired? Well, maybe he's been through something in life, and maybe he's old, he's discouraged, and the Lord said, okay, I got to give you the strength. I got to give you the motivation, and it's very hard to deal with a depressed person. You think God going to zap it in? No, God doesn't just zap it into you. God has to deal with you in your depression. He's got to deal with you in your hurt. He has to deal with you in your discouragement. He's got to bring you into a healing. You got to walk through to come into a healing. What's the process of a healing? I got to pull you away from your past. I got to pull you away from your discouragement. Oh, my God, tell me about that. Because sometimes we don't want to leave our discouragement. We get contented in our discouragement. We don't want to let go of that boyfriend that's cheating on us. That's our discouragement. That job that we've been depending on for years, that's our discouragement. And God got to say, okay, I know you committed to it. I know this has become part of your life. It's not really your appetite. It's not even your desire. It's not even in your heart. But you're abundant to it. You're familiar with it. Oh, come on. You are relaxed. You become contented. You're accepting. And God said, now you're miserable because now you're saying, okay, I got something. It's not really what I want, but I have something. And so you stay right there and you won't let it go. And you know you got to move away from it in order to be able to see. You can't even move. You can't even become the best. And so you stay with something, looking, being blinded as if you have nothing, looking down all the time, can't see what's coming towards you because you're discouraged. Yeah. And so he has to tell you, okay, I might have to pull you away from this, and you're too busy trying to hold on, going back, and you go through it, and eventually you'll let go. Some folks never let go. Yeah, some folks fight with God, and then God said, okay, I'm through fighting with you. I'm going to move back because I see what you're doing. Because you're contented and you don't want to be touched and it hurts too bad, you're not ready. I'm going to let you sit right there until you see yourself. Because see, there's a fall you hit until where you just say, okay, I'm tired, Lord, here, take it. Sometimes the things that you feel that you're abundant to beats you so, hurts you so, to where you have to release it. Sometimes it leaves you. Whatever the reason is, you stay still in one place and you hold your hand up because you don't know which way to go. Sometimes you're so wounded to where you're paralyzed. Oh, my God. You can't move. And God has to come in and heal you. God has to come in and give you a purpose to move on. God has to trigger you and let you know that there's some excitement out there for you. He has to motivate you just to move. That's all he's doing is strengthening you. And then when you begin to move, you notice your hands. You know, because you can't see what used to hold you anymore. I'm here, and sometimes he'll bring something hard to move you, and you see that you can move. You're not paralyzed. It was just your situation, and now I see I can move. I look down at my legs and say, oh, Lord, my legs are moving. And so I try to stand up, and I'm standing up, and I get a little encouraged because I'm not in the same place. I'm not doing the same thing. It's still kind of hurt. I'm scared. You move from hurt. Now you're afraid because I'm out here now, Lord. I don't know what I'm doing because I'm not used to moving like this. I'm used to holding on to that thing. I'm used to being beat. I'm used to being discouraged. I'm used to being torn down. But now I'm out here by myself because you removed that thing from me. So now I'm afraid because I'm not familiar with what's going on. And so you begin to walk because you don't want to get stuck again. And as you move, the Lord said, okay, you're moving now. Now I can deal with you. Even though you may be moving cautiously, you're moving. You don't know where you're going, but you're moving. And then you pick up faith because you might come into something that scare you even more because you start getting confidence and you're moving. Right? God said, okay, you're confident that you can move now. You can move now. You're confident. And so then he began to send you little detours and you shake a little, but once you overcome it, you got a little bit more encouragement. So he's building your strength, but the ability to move was already there. Oh, my God. Whew. I got 30 seconds left and I got to let it go. But God can do that. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I got to let it go.